Hi guys, it's Megan Mize here with the Perry Company and Fortress Pro, and today we're going to take you through the production process of what it takes to manufacture one of our best sellers, the Tip Out Windshield for Kawasaki. First, Christy is going to take you through what it takes to get an order going into the system, and from there, Damon will take us step by step through the production process. So let's go.
When a call comes into our front office, one of our customer service members will answer the phone. They will typically be speaking with either a member of our sales staff or one of our contacts at the local dealerships. They will get the part numbers and quantities that they're needing to order, as well as the dealership name, and enter that into our order system, where we will then confirm the part numbers and quantities that they are needing to order, just to ensure that we did hear them correctly. We will then go into our shipping system and select the method of shipping that we will be using for that order based on the quantities and the parts that they're ordering. We will then print a copy of the order as well as the form of shipment paperwork. And then all of that will be packaged together, and that will then be given to Damon to send that through production and get that ready for us to be able to send out the parts.
Once I receive the order, we'll head to the desktop and we will print what we call SKU cards. These cards are going to follow your product throughout the plant. Those cards will have some short notes for the operators. It'll tell them part numbers, the sales order it's going to go to, and help coordinate the team produce the parts. So we'll first walk this out and get it to the sequencing board where the guys will sequence work for the best efficiency. An operator will then set up the jobs that he's going to run, load the sheets on our fiber laser. It's a fantastic machine, very well kept. These guys do all the maintenance themselves. A lot of passion in the work that we're doing here. Once we load up our programs, hit the start button, the machine will shuttle in and take care of the rest. Once the job's complete, the shuttle will change again. We'll offload all parts and put them in queue. Pair that SKU card up with the product and we'll put it next in line. Next operator will pull that SKU card to determine what work he's going to be performing. We're going to head to our press brake. This is where all the bending and forming is going to take place from flat sheet metal. He'll load his programs with the different products that we build. We have different tooling, different setups that we need to use. So our operator is going to swap out the tooling to the appropriate application. Once he's set up, we'll start work bending and forming your parts. At the start of every run, once the parts are bent, we always check for quality. We'll check bend degree. We have various operations like this throughout the plant, all quality control. When the work is done, parts go back in queue on the cart while they'll travel down the line. We are a lean manufacturing plant, so we are constantly trying to improve in our processes. All of the things that you see here, the tools, the jigs, we made them here on site. Our team members built them, engineers built them, and we like to pull that out from the guys who are actually doing the work. So we've got nice tables and carts that we transport product with throughout the plant, all of which were manufactured by our team. Entering our next stage of the operation is going to be the weld department. Our weld department will fit and jig all of his parts, checking that everything is fitting correctly. Then he'll tack everything into place. Once it's tacked, it's checked and inspected that everything's aligned properly, and then he'll finish weld the parts. Once it's finished welded, we want to clean them up. So for example, this window, we're going to flip it over and we'll grind the face of it so we get a nice clean finish ready for powder coat. Once the product's complete, it's put back in queue again to head to the next operation. The start of our powder coat operation is going to consist firstly of hang. Once the parts are completed, we'll hang them on a powder coat cart. In some applications, our operators will install plugs and caps to prevent powder coat from getting in any areas that we don't want it. Once this cart is filled and it's ready to move on, it's going to move into our powder coat department. So we'll begin the powder coat operation after it's been washed and cleaned by the wash operation. Once it was washed, it was dried and put in queue for the painter. And then our experienced painters come in and do their work. We have multiple passes that we make. We have a very specific pattern that we like to run on these parts. All parts are a little bit different, as you can imagine. So our operators are trained to put multiple layers of powder coat, ensuring that we have optimal coverage. Once the parts are complete, they'll be pushed into a batch oven where we will cure the powder coat. While that bakes in the oven, that SKU card made it over here to the kit station. At the kit station, we're going to build the installation kit. That's what you're going to use to do the install of your new Fortress product. Everything that you need, every nut, bolt, hinge, knob, all included in the installation kit, is going to be put together at this station. So as we get all the hardware pulled for that bag, it's going to go on a scale, another QC check for us, and we'll note the weight of that kit. That ensures optimal quality. We'll see a weight discrepancy if a single washer is missing. We'll go back and recount the bag and make sure we get it correct. For some of our more complex assemblies, we'll do a little bit of the sub-assembly for the kit. For this example, we've got a latch plate and our tip out handle. We'll have all of that tightened and fit to spec. We've built in adjustment points for you whenever you do the install. Once the subassembly and the bolt bag is complete, we'll package all the parts together in one installation box. This box will travel with the part for the rest of the process. Now that our powder coat cure is complete and our parts are cooled off, our operators will start their assembly. We'll use jigs in this operation to ensure consistent quality. And then using a multi-stage process, we'll adhere the steel frame to our tempered glass windshield. Using a swivel jig, we'll mount our interior frame and adhere it to the glass. Once the glass is adhered and cured, we'll load our windshield frame on the table. This is where weather strip will be installed and all components will be assembled before packaging. After final inspections of the part, we'll add any packing material to protect the part during transit and then load it into the appropriate shipping container. Now that your new Fortress part is complete, we'll load it up on a skid to ship it out. Once your part's loaded on a skid, we'll load it up onto our shrink wrap machine, where our operator will ensure that everything's tightly secured to a pallet for transit. Your part is now ready to be shipped to you. We're going to move it to the shipping docks and get it on a truck.